The Bible Story in 16 Cs. The wonderful times that Adam and Eve enjoyed living with God in the Garden of Eden didn't last very long at all. Satan came into the garden in the form of a serpent and wanted to trick them. He went to Eve and tempted her to eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That was the only tree God said they shouldn't eat from. God said if they did, they would die. But the serpent lied to Eve. He said, "You won't really die. What God said isn't true. What will really happen is that you will become like God." The woman believed Satan's lie. She disobeyed God. Then, to make it even worse, she gave some fruit to Adam, who was with her. He ate it and disobeyed God too. As soon as they realized what they had done, Adam and Eve were ashamed. They took some leaves and tried to make clothes for themselves to cover their nakedness. Later, when God came walking in the garden, they were afraid and tried to hide from him. But you can't hide from God, and you can't hide your sin from God. God went after Adam and asked him why he disobeyed. Adam didn't have a very good answer. He blamed his wife. And when God asked Eve why she disobeyed, she blamed the serpent. God cursed the serpent for what he had done. Then God told the woman that there would be bad consequences for disobeying him. Now it would be painful when she gave birth to children. And instead of getting along happily with her husband, she would want to rule over him. It would be hard for them to get along. God put a curse on the ground and told Adam that from now on, farming would be hard work. The weeds would fight against him. God also said that one day Adam and Eve would return to the ground and die. That's what God had said would happen right from the beginning. God was the one who told them the truth, not the serpent. This was a very sad day. God sent Adam and Eve out of the garden he had made for them and placed an angel on guard to keep them out. But in the midst of the sadness, God gave them great hope. When God was cursing the serpent, he said that someday Eve would have children and that one of them would crush the serpent's head. Satan would be defeated. God also gave Adam and Eve some clothes made of animal skins to cover their nakedness. There was a secret promise in those first clothes. To make them, God had to sacrifice an animal. That pointed to a day in the future when Jesus, God's only Son, would be born into the world. He would come as a son in the family of Adam, a far, far off great-grandchild of Adam and Eve. Jesus would die on the cross and be punished for the sins of Adam and all those who would trust in him, so that they could once again be in a relationship with God. Jesus would be the one to defeat Satan, just as God said. The Bible Story in 16 Cs.